back to another edition of the Northern Countdown. I am none other than your friendly neighborhood soda, joined as always by my co-host in this endeavor, Ben Rayner, 50 Shades of Geek. How are you guys doing today? I see 50's got his posters behind him.
Yep.
Doing well. How are you?
Right back.
Allergies are kicking my ass, but other than that, I'm doing okay. Anyone else?
Posters are threatening to fall off.
Nice. So if you can't figure it out by 50 usually is an interesting way of telling you what the topic is without telling you. But today's pretty on the nose. We are here to talk about our top 5 favorite movie posters. And we will have a visual aid. And the way that will work is, since this is my topic, I will start first. I will bring my picture up. I will talk about it. While I'm talking about it, Ben, whose turn is next, will be loading his poster in. And then continuing that one when Ben's talking about it, 50's going to be doing it. And that way we're not going to spoil ourselves for what's coming up.
Okay.
Okay, so give me a second.
Yeah,
While I talk about that.
take your time because I still have 1 or 2 more posters I need to look up.
So only one of mine I actually have framed, and I will let you know which one it is. But that is not the one that I'm starting off with. Just give me a moment because I forgot to load it. There it is. I'm going to go with this one. It is Jaws. Everything you know from that one particular image. It's about a killer shark.
Yep.
It's It's pretty iconic. I have this as a T-shirt for Pete's sake. And think how many times it's been parodied over the years.
Yeah. Most notably, the Meg.
Yeah, the Meg, exactly.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You have the same poster, but with a much bigger shark about to eat the smaller shark.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, I've also seen a version of Meg Griffin as this.
I did not see that one.
Yeah, no, like I said, this is one of those that's transcended pop culture. Ben?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm still waiting for Jaws 19.
Oh dear God.
Ben Rayner, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Snark. Yeah, that is a possibility. You never know.
Alright, so is it my turn?
It is your turn. Yep.
Alright. My... Is that loading? No, it's not. Hold on. Yeah. My number 5, not my favorite movie of the franchise, but it's a kick-ass poster, Batman Returns. It's memorable, it tells you who it is, and gotta love this poster.
Yep. So much so, that's one I have framed on my wall.
Ben, please
Okay.
take off the poster so we can see.
Oh, there it is. You can see it in the corner. Yeah, there it is. Framed on my wall.
There it is. Let me see.
Yeah. No, it's a great poster. Great poster. I was thinking about that one as well. It was either 89 or that one.
I don't know why that one sticks out more to me as a poster. I like 89 as a movie, better movie, but that Batman Returns poster kind of creepy and kind of unique, and it kind of is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It also
It is.
loosely inspired one of the posters on my list. Loosely.
Oh, interesting. It's well because the 89 one, it's the symbol. It's basically
Right.
okay. Whereas this one, you're getting all 3 characters, but it just makes it feel like it's a darker movie just by looking at the poster.
My God, you gotta love Penguin and you gotta love Catwoman.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then of course you got the tiny penguins at the bottom, which I just realized now.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't know why I never noticed the penguins.
Me neither.
All right, mine.
Yep.
Okay, my number 5 is ironically a movie that actually has 3 different titles to it. And the poster itself also inspired one of my honorable mentions. But it is a movie that I remember watching a lot growing up. Pokemon, the first movie, also known as Mewtwo versus Mew, also known as Mewtwo Strikes Back.
See, I always thought he was going to go for Live, Die, Repeat. That's because that's got like 3 titles.
But I didn't grow
Edge
up
of
watching that.
Tomorrow.
Anyways, I'm a little bit different from you guys in my poster selections. I like movie posters that have a lot going on. I'm not saying busy movie posters, but just posters that have a lot of detail. And there's a very fine line, I think, with between movie posters with a lot in them and busy movie posters, which is something that a lot of people don't appreciate. But in this picture, obviously, we see the main conflict of the episode of the movie, Mewtwo versus Mew, literally in the title, and you get all these other Pokemon. And I remember, I'll take this off for a second. I remember when the movie came out, there was like another version of the poster. I couldn't find it for this show, but there was another version of the poster that tried to squeeze as many Pokemon as they could into the outlines, or rather the frame of the poster. And I kept remembering trying to look really, really hard at the poster, trying to figure out which Pokemon am I looking at right now. And what I like most about this poster here, it also features a couple of Pokemon from the second generation of Pokemon that made their debut in this movie before the games that they debuted in came out.
Really?
It's something that Pokemon has been doing a lot in the years to come. So,
That's kind of funny that this is on what we just recorded.
Yeah. Spoilers for that one, but that like I said, it inspired one of my own mentions, and I just remember it's a lovely, lovely time of my life that I will never be getting back.
Right on. Okay, so my next one, my number 4, is while it is not the first of its genre, and I'm talking slasher films, it is easily it is the one that launched an entire fleet of slasher ships, I guess. It is none other than the poster for the original Halloween. Now, what I like about this is take a look. It tells you what it is. It's the night he came home, the boogeyman. But take a look at the poster. The stabbing actions make the face of a pumpkin.
Yeah, and it almost looks like a claw.
Yeah, exactly. It almost looks like a claw. But basically, this tells you everything you need to know. It's a movie it takes place on Halloween, and it's about somebody who's going to kill a lot of people. And it ended up being probably the most influential slasher film of all time because, like I said, while it wasn't the first, I think that technically goes to Black Christmas. This is the one that, like I said, launched 1,000 ships. This is the standard bearer of the slasher genre. It is none other than Halloween, and it's still one of the best movie posters you'll ever see.
Right.
And
Yeah,
my favorite thing, though, is not the movie poster, but it's the credits for the first movie. It's where they show the credits, but the pumpkin is slowly burning down and disintegrating. And then for Halloween Kills, the most recent one, they reversed it.
Are you looking forward to a new Halloween movie coming out this year?
Yeah, of course. Michael Myers effing people up, of course.
Right.
I'm a simple man. Just give me an iconic slasher guy slashing people, and I'm good.
He's your favorite, right, out of all those slashers?
How sweet, fresh meat, Freddy Krueger.
Of course.
Favorite series is, you know what? I probably would give it to Nightmare all across the board. Don't get me wrong. I love the Friday the 13th movies, especially for how bad the other ones are towards the latter half of it. But I think overall, for me, it's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, and that's the one I can't do because it's a little too creepy for me.
Which means you will definitely not like season 4 of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Because it borrows heavily from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So is it my turn?
I have a question regarding this poster. Going back to what I said, what are you feeling about what I like to call busy posters, as opposed to posters that only have one thing on them and a black background.
So it depends on what it is. Because I'm finding like the busy posters, especially the Marvel ones nowadays, they all kind of look the same, right? But if you give me one by say Drew Struzan, those are nice to look at. For example, I have it framed in my living room, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It's Drew Struzan, but you got Indy, you got his dad, you've got Sully, you got Marcus, you've got Elsa, you've got a nasty German guy whose name I never knew. And then you've got scenes from the movie. It's busy, but it's done in a way that doesn't come off as busy.
My favorite types of posters is posters with a lot on them, but not too busy that your eyes just go in a billion different directions.
Yeah.
You don't know what to look at. So like I can talk about this thing later, but this thing doesn't fit the busy rule that I feel can be attributed to a lot of Marvel posters. But movies posters like the one you just showed up with just one thing and all black, that doesn't really do it for me. And it's probably because when I was in art school, my art teacher kept telling me that all this other stuff in the background is still part of the page that you're choosing to leave it blank. It's still part of the image. So like that's why I like posters that utilize the entire surface of the thing. Obviously, this whole section there's nothing going on there, but that's because it's the title. So like movie posters with just a logo on it, like the Superman poster or the Batman '89 poster. Yeah, that one. That one doesn't because I don't consider it much of a poster. It's a logo on a background. That's my issue.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I mean, the Batman 81 definitely falls in the category, but the Superman one, for example, it also tells you everything you need to see. You got the logo, you got the person.
Yeah, I wasn't referring to that one specifically. It was more so the other one where it's just the logo and maybe a little bit of on the blue background, maybe a little bit of the Clark Kent ripping off his shirt.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, this one is definitely
Yeah,
covers it.
not that one. The other one as well for a friend. Go ahead, Vin.
Okay, my number 4, you'll probably think they would have been my number 1, but no, it's not, because I love the movie then more than I love the poster, but have to put it on here. Back to the Future, of course.
So, yeah, it's also a slight punt for me as well. Slight punt.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my number 4. Let me just upload it. What was it? The Joys of Doing It Live. Did I not save it?
We're doing it live.
It's Saturday Morning Live.
Nope, I did not save it. Funny you should do that bit of a comedy routine, man, because my number 4 is actually this. Rabbit.
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot going on, but it's not busy. You get Eddie Valiant or Valentine.
Valiant.
You have Eddie Valiant, have Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit. Can't remember the name of the taxi, and they're just casually driving through Toontown. Again, you get everything you need to know about the movie from looking at this one image, and I believe that's the only time you actually get to see Eddie Valiant smiling. So that's a plus.
Doesn't he smile like the very end of the movie?
Yeah, it was
maybe
offhand joke, but
okay.
You know, and also the way they rendered this live action person into this animated poster, I think was done really well, and you can barely even notice the difference. Yeah, and again, when you actually in the movie, we actually get into the Toontown segment of the movie. That is very busy, but this poster isn't as busy as that section makes it out to be, which is why I love it so much.
No, that's a beautiful poster, Tiffany. Great poster. So now I have a question. Do you think Roger Rabbit is a movie in the Cinematic universe?
No.
Okay.
No. Just because, no, not even close. I mean, it could be. You could make a case it could be, but I mean, no, I don't. No, I think this is looking a little too far.
Okay.
So is it my turn?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay, so mine is the soft punt from earlier. It is Back to the Future, which I'm assuming is still a punt for 50.
Yep.
Okay, so Ben, back to you.
Okay, back to me. My number 3 is a iconic one. I love it, and that's my number. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's E.T.
Oh, that is a great one. And that's the 20th anniversary poster, but it is the same poster that they had in 1982.
Talk about iconic imagery.
Mm-hmm.
The moon, the E.T., Elliot, everything you need to know is in this poster.
Oh, shit. That shot of the bike is the Amblin Entertainment logo.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
I was gonna point that out. That, like you said, it's the 20th anniversary poster. The original poster did not have that shot. The original poster was the two fingers touching, and planet Earth at the very bottom of the poster.
But I prefer this one.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because you have the emblem logo there, and you know the two fingers touching isn't something dirty. It's a reference to the Michelangelo painting of the Sistine Chapel.
But also,
Holy shit, that's great, this one.
I was a lonely child growing up. I had nothing else better to do.
So you just imagine aliens talking to you. Okay.
So this
Thank you for them.
this is an interesting film for me. There's basically this. It's basically I'm just doing my Stitch voice, but changing the cadence a little bit. But hello. No, what's interesting about this film is the soundtrack is easily top 5 James John Williams soundtracks. For me, it took me a long time to like this movie. Because I realized I was predominantly watching the 20th anniversary growing up, and it made me hate Elliot. Like, really hate him because he's got like these bursts of laughter that just every time he did it, I wanted to punch him. And then I rewatched it 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Everything I'm gonna hate's in it, and then I end up watching the original version. It's like everything I hate is not in it. I'm gonna stick with this version. And yeah,
I did not know there was a second version of that movie.
The original version. The original version.
I didn't even know there was.
Okay, so when they did the 20th anniversary, they took out a bunch of stuff. Obviously, they added new scenes in. They cleaned up some things. They even reshot a few things with ET. But one of the big gripes that everyone has from it, and Ben, I'm sure you can attest to it, is the scene where the bikes first fly off. They digitally erased the guns and put cell phones in.
Walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies.
And they didn't have cell phones in the 80s.
Right, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, they did that. And like I said, they added a few more things, and it's like, yeah, no, just give me the original version, please, and thank you.
Trivia question for you guys. I'm guessing if you don't know this, I don't know about 50. What legacy sequel did Henry Thomas appear in a few years ago?
Legacy sequel.
Oh, you think you stumped me?
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep.
See, I never saw Dr. Sleep.
Spoiler alert, he was the Nicholson character.
Oh.
It's really fixing up.
Cool. There is one thing I want to add to this ET thing. When was it? 2 years ago? They released either Super Bowl commercial or a Christmas commercial that is a quote unquote a spiritual sequel,
Yes.
E.T., where E.T. finally comes back to Elliot, who's an adult.
And I heard people hated that one. I didn't see it.
Those
But I
people need to go screw themselves because I was crying like a little baby. I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
It was great. It was right up there with It was right up there with Matthew Broderick's Superboy ad a few years ago for Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Okay, who's turn is it next?
I like what they did with the Deadpool one where he kidnaps Fred Savage and forces him to relive the Princess Bride scenes.
Yep, once upon a Deadpool. All right, 50, my man, it's your turn next.
That's the one from earlier. It's Back to the Future. Now, fun fact, I did not even know this was the poster for this movie until way too late because, like a lot of other things in my life, I experienced it through different ways. You know how certain things in modern pop culture like to reference things from the 80s?
Yeah.
Like, another thing that happened to me was the I Am Your Father moment in the second Toy Story. I saw that before I even knew what Star Wars is.
Oh.
Interesting.
So, have any of you guys ever heard of a video game called Shaz the Rabbit?
No.
It's a very obscure video game. Basically, you're a rabbit that shoots people and eats snacks, and just when he dies, his head explodes. It's a long story. It's a fun game, but it's definitely a product of the 90s.
Yeah.
One of the levels, though, they kind of have these very stylized posters for the levels.
Oh.
One of the levels is basically the Back to the Future poster. They just replaced the Marty McFly with the rabbit. So for years, I grew up with this image in my head of, the Back to the Future poster that just has a giant green rabbit in it. And I never understood why everything was on fire. I didn't know why he was looking at his watch until I saw the freaking movie and realized that's where they took it from. So that's why. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say posters like this are the best posters. Drew Struzan posters. You can't get any better than this. Drew Struzan did all the Raiders posters. He did all the Back to the Future posters. He did the Goonies. He did Big Trouble in Little China. Basically, all the iconic posters from our childhood, 80s, 90s, 70s. Drew Struzan did.
Drew them.
Drew them. Literally.
Hmm?
But
It tells you everything you need to know in the tagline, the pictures, everything. Like, this is a gorgeous poster. And this is another one I have framed, but this one's in my kitchen.
And another thing I really love about this poster is that because they made two sequels after that, the other two posters are basically the exact same thing.
Yep.
They just added Doc Brown in the second one. They changed Marty's clothes. And in the third one, they changed Marty and Doc's clothes and added
Clara.
Clara Clayton.
Clara.
Yeah, basically everything that's come out, like even the video game that they did, 10 years ago, has a version of this on the cover.
That's how iconic this poster is.
Mm-hmm.
And whose turn is it?
It's not.
Number 4, don't you want to talk about it? No.
Yeah, you didn't even get much chance to talk about it, Ben.
I mean, you guys said pretty much everything I wanted to say. It's iconic. It's a beautiful poster. You look at the poster, you don't know everything about the movie. But it leaves you wanting to know more.
Mm.
I think that's key to this poster. It doesn't tell you everything, but it makes you want to learn everything.
It tells you enough.
Exactly.
Check it out.
And if you want to see some wild stuff, you should go take a look at the concept posters for this movie.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Star Wars will blow your mind.
They just don't feel right. You know, like that's one they hit on the right. They hit it on the money.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're on to my number 2.
Okay.
This is another movie. This is a movie from my child that I saw as a child. And it currently has a new installment in theaters. It is the very first Jurassic Park.
Ooh, that's a good one, my man.
65 million years in the making. When you first see this, you're not quite sure what to think. Okay, it's a movie about dinosaurs, but today, like, if you've never read the book, which I didn't at the time, obviously, you wouldn't know. And looking at this, it makes you curious, but it doesn't give anything away. And this is another one where that logo is iconic. I have this on a T-shirt. My favorite film review series parodies this for when they did Jurassic Park. Ben, I showed it to you.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you 50 later. They put Nick Scarpino in the place of the dinosaur. It's freaking hilarious. No, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous poster. So much so that they've reused the logo for every movie with different alterations.
I mean, again, it's what I said earlier. It's not. It's a logo on a black background, and they literally use the same logo from the book cover. So
Yeah.
that's why it's not high on my list.
Which is
But
fair.
I will say this though: when I saw Jurassic World Dominion a few weeks ago, when I was in the theater, I saw this woman walking in. She had the original Jurassic Park poster on her T-shirt,
Yeah, I have it too.
and like 2 minutes later, her boyfriend walks in wearing the same T-shirt, and he had a "Why are you making me do this?" expression on his face.
Yeah, and really, and I mean,
Yeah,
this,
you can tell she dragged him to see this movie, and you can clearly tell from their body language that there's some sort of a deal that he drags her to see the Marvel movies, and she
Gotcha.
drags him to see the movies that she likes.
I love
That's
this.
the relationship.
But I mean, like, they even make reference to this in Jurassic World by having Jake Johnson's character wearing the logo T-shirt and saying, "Oh, it's going for a mint on eBay."
I like Jake Johnson.
It's great. Oh, yeah, I love Jake Johnson too. And it's also they parody this logo on my favorite Weird Al Yankovic album called Alapalooza.
Nice.
Let's see if I can bring it up. Alapalooza album.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to quickly share this screen so you can see it. But yeah, they made it Weird Al
Actually,
when
you know what?
parodied it.
Nice.
And it's on, no joke, it's still my favorite Weird Al album. It's the first one I ever got, but it's the one that has the most songs I like off of it.
Well, if you're bringing in these kinds of visual aids,
I wasn't thinking about it.
I'll be right back. Go ahead, Ben. Talk about your number.
Okay, my number 2 is a teaser poster to one of my favorite movies. It's basic. It tells you everything you need to know. It is The Hook from Hook.
Yeah, that's a great teaser. See, here's the thing. I was wondering if Hook was going to be on your list, but I wasn't thinking teaser. I was thinking the original poster.
I like this poster more than the original one. More than the official one.
Is another Drew Struzan original.
And this makes you want to see the movie. I'm sorry. This makes you want to see.
I'm with you.
And I have another teaser poster coming up that my number 1 that you won't believe.
Well, I might be who else. I like that. That is awesome. Did you?
It's got the Jurassic Park logo that you sometimes refer to as poster right here.
This is the only memorabilia I have, and it came with the Blu-ray set that I bought years ago. That's the only thing I have.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
I bought this in a $200 set with the Blu-rays.
Nice.
I remember when they used to do that. Actually, that's a lie. I do have one more thing.
You liar!
I forgot about it.
You forget her.
Shut up.
Liar.
I got
Liar.
Jurassic World on home video, but it's a tin lunchbox.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, back to Hook.
The Hook one.
Hook. Show us the hook.
Yeah.
Hook.
Yeah, the
Hook.
hook.
Show us the hook.
It's a hook. It's definitely a hook. Again, not my cup of tea. Just it's a hook. It shows you a hook from the movie called Hook on a black background with nothing else going on.
That's the beauty of it. It's so simple it works.
Yeah. like Ben said, you get everything you need to know. It's
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a Peter Pan movie. It makes you feel like it's the Captain Hook origin story just from the poster and the name, like what they did a few years ago, where they had just the rose for the Beauty and the Beast one, and they had a poster of just the lamp for the Aladdin one, the poster of the glass slipper for Cinderella. It feels to me like an origin story for Hook, not a older Peter Pan movie, which is, I don't know. That's why I don't like it. It's misleading. But that's just me. I mean, fuck me. Right.
No, it's not fuck you. I mean, but that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about all these. This is all subjective. We're all coming at this from different angles.
It's art. It's
exactly. Art is open to interpretation.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that Avengers Infinity War poster behind you, but that's not the one I would own. I would own the Endgame one personally.
I would own the Captain America one where both Cap and Iron Man facing off against each other.
I do have one.
Literally an adaptation of the comic book, which is awesome.
Great comic book. Great freaking comic book if you haven't read it. I only have one Marvel movie framed, and it is Ant-Man.
Nice.
It's fun because they had him as the tiny Ant-Man standing on Thor's shield, as Ant-Man on Hawkeye's bow and arrow set, on shield on the hammer. Which one do you have?
I have the actual theatrical one sheet that's like your Avengers one.
I have the actual faces one?
Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
I got that one from the movie theater.
Actually, I have one that I got from the premiere of Bohemian Rhapsody. They just gave it out to people.
Yeah.
That's one thing I wish theaters would do again, but the last few years have been a little hard.
Oh, for sure. And that reminds me, I just remembered I can just literally ask my movie theater for posters and buy them. So I'm trying to pick which one I should get.
Nice. 50, what's your number 2, my man?
My number 2 is a poster I had in my my bedroom in the military, and was a casualty of war because we would transfer to a different place, and unbeknownst to us, other people from a different unit took over our base for a while, and they just threw out everything that we owned, and we had to spend weeks after the war ended searching for a lot of things in the trash. Sadly, I had 3 wonderful posters that sadly I will never get to see again. The first of which was from the Phantom Menace video game.
Oh.
The second one was just a great character poster shot of Attack of the Clones. And the third one was the movie poster for Revenge of the Sith.
I love still my favorite prequel movie.
Yeah, where is the best one? I'm sorry, it's the best one.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie. Not just the
Really?
favorite Star Wars movie.
I respect
Wow.
that. I respect that.
Yeah, me too.
So the like Kenobi must have really hit you hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Oh dude, slight spoilers, slight talk about that. I was crying, I was scaring the dog with the amount of cheering I was doing. Like, easily my favorite of the series. It is definitely going into my permanent rewatch for Star Wars. It's the only series that's going to be in there because it's the only one that connects directly to the saga.
You know what? Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan,
And A New Hope.
and Rogue One and A New Hope as an old standalone marathon. That'd be perfectly cool with it.
In a way, it's sort of the 1996 Doctor Who movie connecting the classic era and the modern era together.
You mean 96, not 86.
I said 96.
Oh, I heard 86. I'm sorry.
No, I heard 96.
Well, we talked about a lot of dates a couple of minutes ago, so yeah. Anyways, this poster right here, again, there's a lot going on, but it's not busy. You get everything you need. You get the Jedi Starfighters from the beginning of the movie. You get Anakin in the front and center with Vader looming in the back. You get Kenobi, Padme, Yoda, Mace Windu, and Sheev Palpatine, the main characters of this entire trilogy, in a sense. And while I love the Clone Wars poster, we get to see like dozens of clones standing in a row with Kenobi, Anakin, and Ahsoka. This poster takes the cake again because the sentimental reasons. I had it. I looked at it every morning. I woke up in the military base, and sadly, I'll never get to see it again, which just sucks. But if I could just have a what?
I was gonna say there's only one Star Wars poster I've actually put above it, and also another one is, but that one.
Well, don't say it because I might have it on my.
Okay.
50.
That was another Drew Struzan original.
I think I know which one you're referring to, but
You.
if I can just have a really quick tangent. Yesterday, I was scrolling around on the interwebs and I saw this 9-minute video of just teenage girls reacting to Anakin burning for the first time. The first time they watched the movie, and just watching it, it's like, no, people love the prequels. Stop saying the prequels are trash. People actually genuinely fell in love with these characters. And so what if you grew up on the original trilogy and the prequels don't mean much to you? To some people, it does. And just the way how these girls got emotional over just, I hate you and you were my brother, Anakin, and you were the chosen one, and just they were legit crying. So the prequels. You can say a lot of bad things about the prequels, but it does mean a lot to people. So just stop putting the prequels down. I think one of the main downfalls of the sequel trilogy was that they tried to distance themselves from the prequel as much as possible.
Yeah.
They try to connect themselves to the original trilogy as much as possible. Look what Kenobi just did.
Mm-hmm.
It bridged the gap between the two, and it did it brilliantly.
Perfectly.
And the only one of the sequels that even remotely tries to connect to the prequels is The Last Jedi. While it is the most divisive of all the Star Wars movies, it's considered by many to be their favorite. So,
my personal favorite character comes from the prequels and is Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Can I just say something? The sequel trilogy made me appreciate the prequel trilogy a whole lot better.
A lot of people said that, although personally, I would put The Force Awakens higher than any of the prequel movies because I really do love that movie. But it's literally like Force Awakens, Sith.
But here's the thing. Force Awakens is a really good movie. I can't watch it again. Or I find a hard time watching it. Because it sets up so much potential and it goes nowhere.
I know what you're saying, Ben, because recently on my channel I did a massive rewatch of all 9 movies in a day. You can go ahead and watch how I felt after that.
That's the explanation for his rough week. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was a week. That was a week before that. Never mind.
Oh.
It was a prequel.
Watching The Force Awakens, knowing what I know happens to some of these characters, you're right, Ben. It completely just drops the ball, and it sucks because I loved Force Awakens when it came out, and like I said, it had so much potential, got people talking again, and it just squandered it. And ironically, something that I noticed in this massive rewatch that I did, Last Jedi actually does set up Rey being a Palpatine better than The Force Awakens does, which is just.
I don't know if I heard.
You guys look at this way differently than I do. You're basically basing a movie on something that happens in other movies. I'm not talking about Force Awakens for what happens from the scroll to the end. I don't like this.
I know. We shouldn't be doing that, but it's hard not to look at the movie knowing what you already know, and that's how I see Star Wars a lot, because every few years, like Kenobi, something comes out that makes you really reevaluate other stuff that came out years ago that you already know.
Here's the thing. I agree with you guys. They could have done it better. You could still have made the same 3 movies. You just could have done the connective tissue better. I do agree with you on that. But I can't judge my opinion on The Force Awakens on The Rise of Skywalker. I just can't. That's not fair.
I know.
You know what, guys? We could be talking about this for hours.
Yeah.
Can we move on, please?
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
that's good point.
A
I will
discussion
say-
for another show. Clearly, a discussion for another show.
Now, I will announce this. Because next weekend is a long weekend for myself and Ben. I'm planning on sitting my ass on the couch and doing an entire walkthrough. So I'll let you know if my feelings do change. But as of right now, I still up there.
Of what? All Star Wars movies?
All the movies, and I'm throwing in Obi-Wan Kenobi in there as well.
Nice.
Cool.
Because I've got a 3-day weekend, so I'm planning on doing anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so who's doing this now?
It's a great choice for poster 50. I do like that. I don't have any honorable mentions this week.
I have one. I'm not going to show it. Any Logan poster with the two hands.
Oh, you bastard! You
The what?
bastard! Punt!
Oh. In my honorable mention. I can't.
Okay.
Never
Anyway,
mind. I'm sorry. My fault.
You son of a... No, anyways. Sorry.
Why don't you bring it? And here too now. Why don't you bring it?
50 your honorable mentions if you have any. Ben, did you have any more?
No.
I have one that is a bit of a cheat, but in the meantime, I have these two. Well, it's obviously The Lion King
Yeah.
Of course.
for obvious reasons,
Which is actually also the cover for the album that came out earlier.
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of different posters for The Lion King. That
I like this one though. I think this one's pretty cool.
the
Mostly
other one,
Mufasa.
what? I didn't. catch that.
I think this one's pretty cool, mostly for the Mufasa part of it.
Mufasa. Staying on the Disney train, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
I just love all the other Disney characters running away. Remember when they had the teaser posters, teaser trailers for Stitch, and it was just Stitch invading other Disney movies?
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
I
This was a great period for me with Disney.
well, it was a great period for me. But yeah, I
What?
love that we incorporated all of that into these posters, into this one poster, and it slowly, subtly references this poster that I mentioned earlier. Another poster that I'm bringing up from my honorable mentions is this, the Drew Struzan A New Hope poster.
Yep.
And the one that I said is a cheat, but screw it, I'll do it anyways. An Adventure in Space and Time.
Okay.
Because
No.
it is literally a remake of the first ever Doctor Who short story book. They just replaced some of the characters with the iconic characters that we know from Doctor Who, like the Daleks, a Cyberman, and yes, I'm an Opera. Are you happy, Dan? And I just love the way they do it.
I'm not never going to be someone else, but I'm not going to mention it.
But yeah, it's I like the pose of David Bradley as trying to emulate William Hartnell in this poster. But yeah, it's a good poster, and the decision to take the original cover of the book and make it into this poster, which is celebrating the early days of the show, is just a masterful decision from the marketing department.
Nice.
And you can actually see the original book in the special itself if you watch it.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Okay, so my number one, yes, which is Ben's honorable mentions, which I just
Oh
said.
yeah, and, sorry, I forgot. These two are also on the mentions because I had them living in my house.
Sorry, the one to your right.
Oh.
Is that it's hard to tell because of the light. Is that Doctor Strange?
Yeah, and I apologize. I saw the one you just uploaded. I'm sorry.
That's fine. We were literally just talking about it.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking for the other posters.
Okay, so my turn.
Yeah.
This is the first movie poster I've ever framed. It is a very simple movie poster. It is a tease movie poster. And it is the Logan one shot of him holding X-23's hand. This is a prime example of getting everything you need to know from the movie, plus It also plays on a line from the previous movie, The Wolverine, where he is told, "You will die with your heart in your hands." And at the end of the movie, how does he die? With the hand of his child in his, like this. This is a perfect promotional poster.
And it's also a reference to the Death of Wolverine storyline from the comics, where every month a different claw exploded while the rest of his hand started to fade away.
Yeah.
Which some inspiration was used in the movie itself, Logan.
Yeah, no, this is just a gorgeous movie poster because, like I said, you understand what the movie's about right there. A man and his child.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, this is almost like The Last of Us before The Last of Us, almost.
No, it's not after The Last of Us.
Did it? Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? I still haven't beaten that game. Yeah, no, it's a gorgeous poster. Like I said, it's the first one I ever framed. I randomly just bought a bunch of tubes of posters, and that one came out, and it was, yep. I immediately went and spent $50 and bought a frame. That's how fast it was. And the first time I saw it, I was actually JTE that tweeted it out years ago, because I guess it was on a billboard in Los Angeles for a long time.
Cool. That's a great poster. The reason I put it in my honorable mention, I had a feeling you were going to have it on your list. I didn't want to talk about it twice.
Yeah. But I know what your number one is.
You?
It's a Star Wars one-shot.
It is. It's a teaser. It's the one from the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, this is the one I was going to bring up when 50 was talking about Revenge of the Sith. Bring it up.
Ooh, yeah, that one.
Right?
I love it.
That's one I would love to get framed because you got young Anakin, but behind you got the looming presence of what's to come in his life, and that's none other than Darth Vader.
Oh, and he's surrounded by the one thing he hates, sand.
Yeah,
that's why he looks so miserable.
And he's looking at it.
Yeah.
I remember when this came out. Like I remember people talking about this in my small town. Like I said, it's another example of so simplistic, but you're getting so much from
it. And it helps. It helps that it's a prequel movie because you already know what happened with Vader.
Yeah, it's a great. It's so awesome. I love it. I didn't know it was a one shot.
Yeah, it was like the slogan one. It was more of a promotional thing. There was like a poster. It was a one shot.
I kind of wish they made it the official poster, but that's just me.
Yeah, wouldn't have been bad. I do want to bring this up. This is the parody of it from Weird Al's The Saga Begins.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how I learned the entire plot of The Phantom Menace, and I didn't know for years that I had the lyrics memorized until like last year.
Me too, I have them memorized.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So now, whenever the original version of American Pie comes on the radio work, I'm singing the Star Wars lyrics.
Oh, of course. I do the same thing. A long, long time ago in a galaxy
who was under an attack.
No. And I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation into me, cutting them a little slack. They responded to drill us. I mean, they lock the doors and try to kill us. We can stay here all day just singing that song.
Yeah, pretty much, but we're not going to. 50, what is your number one?
I was going to also say that I do love the Phantom Menace trailer. The one with Maul's eyes with all the other things.
That was a great poster, too.
But my number, the first, is inspired by one poster that, loosely inspired, I should say, by one of the posters you previously showed on the show, Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh, nice, beautiful.
Puzzle.
Really? That's cool. Again, a lot going on, but it's not busy. You get everything you need to know about the movie from just looking at this poster. There's Hulk, there's Hela and Thor progressively going down. Then there's Grandmaster then Loki, then Valkyrie. It's similar in thematic reasons to the Batman Batman Returns poster that you showed earlier.
Oh,
Is there, and you've got the spaceships there. You've got Odin and Heimdall, and the fight between Thor and Hulk, and it's all rendered in this beautiful ring-like look. It has the Asgard background behind Thor with his war makeup, the Asgardian ships. There's the Sakaar Arena. Everything you need to know about the movie without overblowing the poster too much. That's why I love posters like these. But yeah, you were gonna say something, so I'll take this off screen so you can see your beautiful face. Oh, cool.
Yep. And shellacked and everything is on board.
Is that a display or what is it?
But that's just a piece of just a piece of
Oh,
board. I can't remember what you call it, but
I thought it was a display.
no, I built the puzzle and glued it onto. It's a puzzle.
Now we can see it.
Yeah, it's a puzzle.
A badass puzzle.
Yeah.
How many pieces and how long did it take you?
This took me about a month. I think it was like 1,000 pieces. It was just a basic poster, but it took me a long time because that's a lot of color to try to match.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The hardest one I've done is the Animal House because that's a lot of goddamn white.
I love that movie.
Yeah, my mom used to lose her mind over all the puzzles that my dad had when they were still married. It was like a 5,000 piece puzzle of just clear skies with no clouds.
Jeez.
He had them framed as well.
All right. We have come to the end of our show. Ben, I believe it's your turn.
No.
50. It is your turn.
My topic for next week: top 5 historical events that you want to see done in either movies or TV shows, or preferably Doctor Who. But they have to be like.
Oh, did you say or preferably Doctor Who?
Yeah, he did.
I love that.
Yeah, but they have to be either stories that have never been done before, or just lesser known stories that people aren't familiar with.
Okay. I'm sure we could do something.
And
Okay.
three of us come from completely different backgrounds. It will be an interesting list for sure.
Yep. I would like to see a movie about when the British Canadians in the War of 1812 ransacked the White House, but that's just me.
Can you be
Ta-da!
No, I don't want to see that yet.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Be an interesting list. I love it when we start talking history because that's when my mind just goes. But anyways, 50. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me and Soda here on the show that we just pre-recorded before going live on the show on the greatest show in the galaxy on Monday. Stay tuned for that. You can also find me every week on this show right here, and you can also find me on my channel, 50 Shades of Geek. And hopefully, sometime soon, I'll be able to make some time to go back to Twitch because I still, speaking of Star Wars, I haven't even started the sequel trilogy on Lego Star Wars before the Skywalker Saga.
I just
finished the original 6 movies and decided to take a break, and the break is apparently still going.
I popped it in. I took a break too without realizing, and I started to play last night, but I didn't get very far because my allergies were kicking my ass. I couldn't concentrate on the game because right now I'm just going around collecting all the collectibles in the open world. Yeah, holy.
I love that.
It sounds fun.
All right, Ben, find you.
You guys can find me over at my YouTube channel, The Multiverse of Geekdom, every Monday on Dissecting Smart Out, every Wednesday on Jedi Academy, every Friday on the Weekly Geekdom, every Sunday on Geekdom Uncut. You guys can find me right here on the Northern Entertainment Group every Tuesday on Rewind That Tape, and every Saturday morning right here with these two fine gentlemen.
And as for myself, you can find me on my personal Instagram and Twitter at soda_the underscore Saxman. You can find me all over this channel on the shows that Ben has mentioned. You can also find me upcoming on 50 Show on this channel, The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, which was a lot of fun time because I mean, I learned a lot in this episode. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I don't know much about Classic Who. And I learned a lot, as they usually do with 50, because if you want to know some Doctor Who, he's the guy you go to. And then, of course, you can also find me later this afternoon over on the Let's Get Radio Network, the wrestling show over there on the Dropkicks, and then on Wednesday nights on this channel doing the wrestling show here, the Squared Slice. So, on behalf of myself, Ben 50, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys next week when we do our top 5 historical moments that we would like to see filmed. This is going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you then, and have a good week, folks.